the very tip of the Baja California Peninsula, where the Pacific meets the Sea of Cortez, lies a hidden piece of history. Beneath the shifting sands near Cabo San Lucas rests the remains of a ship with an extraordinary past, the Harry Lundeberg. Her story began in 1943, at the height of World War II. Built in North Vancouver, Canada, she was part of the Park Ship program, Canada's answer to the American Liberty ships, sturdy, simple cargo vessels built to carry supplies and help win the war. In 1943, the ship was launched as Kitsilano Park. These cargo vessels were the lifeline of the Allied war effort. Convoys of dozens, sometimes hundreds of cargo ships sailed together under the constant watch of escort destroyers and corvettes. Every night, sailors lived with the fear of a sudden torpedo tearing into steel hulls. A single hit could send a freighter and her crew to the bottom within minutes. Crossing the Atlantic during those years was no ordinary voyage. The ocean was a battlefield. German U-boats prowled beneath the waves, forming the infamous wolf packs that hunted convoys. Merchant ships, like the Kitsilano Park, were prime targets. But U-boats weren't the only danger. The North Atlantic itself was a relentless adversary, with waves like walls, icy gales, and fog so thick a ship could vanish from sight. For crews it meant sleepless nights, frozen decks, and constant vigilance. When peace returned, many wartime ships were sold into private hands. In 1946, Kitsilano Park was renamed Lake Kootenay under Western Canada steamships. Just 3 years later, she changed hands again, this time becoming Polfok under Panamanian registry. Finally, in 1950, the ship took on her last name, Harry Lundeberg. Operated by Gypsum Carrier Inc., she transported gypsum plaster from the mines of Isla San Marcos in the Sea of Cortez to ports along the Pacific coast. On February 8, 1954, while approaching Cabo San Lucas, tragedy struck. The Harry Lundeberg hit a shelf of rocks near Land's End. The damage was devastating. Lloyd's Register recorded it plainly: struck a shelf of rocks, extensively damaged, declared a total loss. For decades, the wreck lay hidden beneath shifting sands. Locals almost forgot her existence, until nature revealed her once again. In 2014, Hurricane Odile battered Baja California's Sur, stirring the seabed and uncovering parts of the long-forgotten wreck. The storm churned the seabed, stripping away the sand and exposing the ghostly remains of the ship. The storm uncovered the wreckage, revealing steel bones long hidden beneath the seafloor. Divers could once again glimpse the remains of this World War II veteran, reborn as an underwater time capsule. moment in time the sea offered a gift, the wreck became an artificial reef. Schools of fish darted between rusting beams. Corals and sponges clung to the steel, transforming cold iron into a sanctuary of color and life. Divers described it as swimming through a hidden world where history and nature met beneath the waves. But the ocean is never still. Currents and shifting sands slowly reclaimed the wreck. Little by little, the steel bones of the Harry Lundeberg disappeared once more, swallowed by the sea. Today, only fragments remain visible, appearing and vanishing like a ghost, depending on the moods of tide and storm. Some accounts blame navigation errors. Others tell a more colorful tale, that a crew member ruined by gambling debts deliberately guided the ship to disaster. Whether fact or folklore, the ship was lost that day. From wartime convoys in the Atlantic to her final resting place in Cabo San Lucas, the Harry Lundeberg carried more than cargo. She carried the memory of a generation that built, fought, and rebuilt the world. Today, her story lives on, half history, half legend, beneath the turquoise waters of Baja California Sur.